All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday to you. Man, beautiful day out here. Haven't had a chance to talk with you guys for a while, so I throw something out there that I was watching myself and really touched home for me, like directly. So two people, first of all, that I recommend to follow are Russell Brunson and another guy named Alex Charfen. And these are two people very well known in the entrepreneurial world, and somebody that a couple of guys that I really look up to and admire for what they're doing in their own right. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about why entrepreneurs have such a hard time taking a vacation. And so when we hear the word entrepreneur, I kind of need to define that, because to me that's somebody that, first of all, is not going to stand for the status quo and follow the same broken system of, just doing what they're told and getting a job that just passes them through the by and get enough money to get through the day. Being able to take a step outside of the box and do something in your own world that allows you to control your destiny and determine your own future while you have an obvious positive impact on the people around you. Okay, so that's kind of the definition for me, is people that focus every day on moving forward and being productive. So to me, that's kind of ingrained into me after so many years of doing what I do, and was listening to a podcast by Russell Brunson, and he was talking about how he recently went on a vacation and experienced this himself, where it was super hard to actually relax during his vacation, and his family is constantly just on him about, man, chill out, come hang out by the pool with us, come eat lunch, let's just sit around and do nothing kind of thing. And for people who aren't entrepreneurs, that's kind of their first step every day, is what can I do to enjoy the day and right now and just relax. Okay, so that's cool, but that doesn't really get you very far when you're trying to accomplish things. And in the entrepreneurial world, it's the complete opposite, where the first thought of every single day is, how do I move forward? What do I do today to be productive, to be better than I was yesterday, right? And so somebody that, talked about this previously was Alex Charfen, and he put this better than anybody I've ever heard. And this really hit home with me, to allow me to kind of explain this to my family, who maybe aren't, entrepreneurs themselves, or people around me who don't quite understand why I'm so driven. And a lot of this really comes down to emotions. So I guess the general population who is not an entrepreneur, most of their emotional reactions are towards being happy or being sad with some kind of outcome, whatever is happening at the current moment. Okay, so that sparks that emotional response of, I'm happy about what's happening, or I'm sad or angry or whatever. Entrepreneurs don't necessarily identify with those direct emotions. And when I first heard this, I was like, yeah, right. I get happy, I get sad, I feel this stuff, right? So the way it was explained is, that's not necessarily how we determine what's going on. In the entrepreneurial spirit, what we focus on more is, we either feel momentum or we feel a lack of momentum. Okay, and that's really the big thing, is, are we making progress towards something? Are we moving forward towards our goal? And are the actions that we're taking helping us do that, right? There's no right or wrong way to go through life. There is no set plan that works for everybody, okay? So for you, if you have somewhere that you want to go and something that you want to accomplish, you have to take steps every day to make that happen. It doesn't happen overnight. And so if you wake up every day and your goal is to do a little bit more today to move you forward towards that end result, you feel that momentum. You feel like you're doing something that's getting you closer to that goal. And if things in your world change and slow that momentum, that's what we feel in the entrepreneurial world. And our trick is simply to take heed of what's going on, adjust our actions so that we can get back in the path of momentum. And that's really the thing that changed it all for me, was realizing that I don't necessarily get frustrated when something isn't happening correctly or the way that I want it to. I get frustrated when I feel like whatever is happening is stopping the momentum of me moving forward on a bigger scale. Okay, so hopefully you guys can relate with that a little bit of, being able to take a bigger look at what your true goals are. Because if you have something that you're working towards in your world, whether it be building a business or, creating a community of people going towards the same kind of goal or target, those sorts of things help put in perspective some of the small things that happen every day. And it allows you to kind of take a step back and say, hey, is this something that really is super important? Or is this something that I'm just reacting emotionally to at this moment, and going forward, may not necessarily have an impact on my own momentum in what I'm really focused on doing. Okay, so take a step back once in a while, reflect on what's actually happening in the current situation, gauge how that has an impact on your own personal momentum towards what you're moving forward towards. And if it's not something that you can control, move on. If it is something that you can control, take a couple of minutes, handle whatever you need to do, change the actions that are being taken by yourself and the people around you so that you can get back into that momentum state and move forward with those people, rather than just reacting and having, a negative situation aspire that can actually snowball into something even bigger, which didn't need to be dealt with in the first place anyway. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hopefully this helps some of you guys kind of clarify a little bit with the difference in entrepreneurial mindset, and why it's hard to go on a vacation and sit there and do nothing, with feeling like you're not making any progress or momentum and you're just wasting time. So if you are an entrepreneur, take a second, chill out. Everything doesn't have to be productive. There's no point in making all the progress if you can't enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. So create that balance in your life. Enjoy some time with people around you, and we'll see everybody next time.